Hey everyone, Miss Cutrera here. Today we're going to be drawing Jonesy default character from Fortnite. I hope you guys are ready for this one and pause those games now because we're going to be starting. Here we go. Okay, so alcohol markers, pause it there if you want to see the colors. We have our color pencils all linked down in the description. So right there, I just drew fast forward of a kind of a rectangle, almost like a soda can shape. That's the basic body of Jonesy. I know there's a little bit more medium, harder level. So let me know if you guys are looking for some easier level of maybe some more Fortnite characters. We can definitely do that. Maybe some more cartoon stylized. So we're gonna be starting off with the head. We have the ear, we have the hair, we have his head or the bottom of his face, and then his collar kind of overlaps. So remember, we try to do stuff, if there's going to be overlapping, we'll pause and do the overlap area first. So for instance, when we're going to be doing his arms, we're going to do those first. Okay, so see, now we finish it off with the neck right there. And this one, there's a lot of details of his clothes. So he has a lot of details in his arm, his kind of vest, all his pockets and things like that. So this one's actually more complicated than Headhunter. So it definitely took me a longer time to do. So just keep that in mind if you're trying to follow along with me. You might have to pause it more often. And if you are trying to make it more simple, maybe you don't draw every single line. That can help as well. All right, so see, he kind of has like a scarf, and then his arm here with the shoulder strap. And then his arm is right there. Okay, so stay tuned, guys. We're going to be doing Mandalorian helmet for our next video. Now, Mandalorian helmet is pretty easy to do because there's just a few different lines. It's actually a lot of shading and coloring in. That's the hardest part of it. And it's going to be lots of fun. So stay tuned for that, guys. I want to do more helmet designs. So like Iron Man, maybe Darth Vader, Stormtrooper. I think helmets are really fun to do because they're not too complicated and they're symmetrical. But if you do some really good shading, you can get it really done well. So I think they're pretty easy to follow along with just because they don't have too many lines. Like this one has a lot of different types of lines that are all incorporated here. So see, we're doing his little band right here on his arm. Like that. And then we're gonna be doing, see, we're doing his arm, which is in the foreground, kind of where it's overlapping. It's the first thing in the front. Then we'll do his chest, or no, then we'll do his other arm, and then we'll do his chest. So the stuff in the front first, and then the stuff behind. All right, so we're going to put some music on for this middle area as you guys are following along. I do hope you guys follow along. Remember, you want to do pencil first, then your marker, so that if you mess up, you can erase. And then you can color in with any materials you have. Remember, you practice, become better artists. I've been noticing that I've been doing a lot of drawings recently, and they've been getting a little better than when I first started doing a lot of YouTube. So it just goes to show that you practice, and within a few months, within a few weeks, you're gonna see some improvement. So that's just an encouragement for you guys. Keep doing it. All right, so we're gonna do some music for a few minutes, and then at the second half near the end, I'm gonna talk about our shading, our coloring, how we do our layers, how we do our details, That's what really makes this drawing come all together. All right, I'll see you guys then.
I've been searching for a piece of me. I've been counting on the heads of time. I love my body, I love my mind. With desire to out of place, out of space, floating higher.
Feathers been calling, my enemies stalling, my people been balling, my team we been wildin'. Counted 100, we use basic tools. Strategies moving where we gotta move. There wasn't no option, no time on the clock, and no setting it back, and we gotta get profit. I'm standing on top of the glory, the road. We was just rebels and do what was told. When they asked me how we leveled up, without us getting stuck, we just muscled up. This game spin, no one gotta tighten up, gotta muscle up, or you will get stuck in this game. I'm balling on top of that mountain. I'm on and I'm calling my mama to tell her I'm good. I'm surrounded by family like back in the hood. I was falling from grace, I was misunderstood. And the pressure would sit you right down, but I stood up. I mean what I say and I say what I mean. On the balcony screaming, they just let me be. We had to slow it down. What goes around comes around. Oh, the frequency different now. I was going through different rounds. Hey, it's crazy, the progress is hitting now. Ain't no sitting and lost and found. I found what I lost in a minute now. I was on the wrong path, I admit it now. My only option was to get it now.
I got it on both and I learned from the losses. My failure was friendship, I saw it was ghosting. Started like everyone had certain tools. Only difference is I knew what to do. Now everyone calling when progress is stalling. My stock is missing, my life getting boring. Ain't no more hitting me up when you lose. When it's time to wake up, see you hitting a snooze.
When they ask me how we leveled up, without us getting stuck, we just muscled up. This game spin, no one gotta tighten up, gotta muscle up, or you will get stuck in this game.
and crowns of age.
Okay, so as we're finishing up, what do you guys think? This turned out absolutely amazing. I think it has a lot of detail and it just looks really good. I like the Fortnite characters, how a lot of the video game and movie characters, they're just so interesting, and it has a really cool style. So what we did, remember, we do the lightest colors first. We want to do the skin tone first, then the hair, because if you do darker colors, it could bleed into your lighter colors. So I always start off with lighter first and do all the base colors with our alcohol markers, and then we start to build up the layers of our shading. So if we have, for instance, the camo, we did that tan, then we did the orange camo on top of his pants, which added the layers. Then we have some gray different color markers that we're going to do for the shading, and that kind of shades pretty fast in uniform. And then wherever I feel like there's gonna be some shadows with the black prism color, I start to shade it. And the black prism color, guys, it definitely colors better than a normal color pencil, but you can still get away with really good quality with a normal one. The prism color is just more buttery, more dark. It just blends way nicer. So you kind of have to practice being able to shade really dark, light, doing different pressures, doing different layers. So let's say you draw it kind of medium dark or very light, and you want to make it darker, you just keep going on top, and you want to make your lines kind of tight so it doesn't look too splotchy, especially in the skin areas, so that it looks nice and smooth. And remember, for our face and the tattoo, for instance, we're going to be doing it all with a color pencil, so nice and sharp color pencil to get those real fine details. And then at the very end, we do the white highlights with a color pencil. So all the areas maybe on the sides or the tops where I see some light reflecting. And then we have our white ink pen or our paint pen that really makes stuff pop. So I'm very careful not to do too much with it, but to do it in some areas, like maybe a little bit of the skin or shiny metal areas, and as well as the eyes. So I think this one turned out really good. I really like the level of detail. It did take longer, but it was satisfying when I was able to finish it. So stay tuned for Mandalorian. And we have a lot more. It's the Star Wars Mandalorian helmet, and we do have a lot more planned in the near future. So I'll see you guys then. Peace out.